And we are back at the Street Fighter V Invitational here at E-League. And in this racehorse, it is a deadlock tie. 4 players, nonetheless, have a 2-1 record, and 2 of them will be playing up next. Let's take a look at the group standings. Of course, PR Bog head and shoulders above the rest, but right below him, Eita, Snake Eyez, Daigo, Umehara, Gamerbee, all neck and neck with a 2-1 record. So these next matches between these players are incredibly critical for establishing that lead and getting that critical second place, just jostling for that lead.
Yeah, the second place, so important. And of course, you know, 2 of these competitors, Snake Eyez and Gamerbee, going up next year in this matchup. So I believe we do actually have an interview with Gamerbee, and we'll take a look at that right now.
Gamerbee, you just went up against PR Balrog, came up a little short. What do you think went wrong for you in that match?
In the past, I using Necalli against the PR Balrog, it always losing pretty bad. I feel like the matchup is really bad for me, so I try to find out a way, which is switching to Cammy. And my Cammy is not ready for it, but I still want to try it. And I figure out and learn something from the match, and so I'm pretty confident for next match.
Okay, I got you. But do you think you would have done a little better with Necalli, being that that is your main? I mean, I know the matchup doesn't really play out, but I mean, you're more comfortable with him.
With Cammy, I could do more. So in the Necalli versus Balrog, my choice is really limited. There's nothing much I can do, and everything is risk. So I choose Cammy so I can move forward and easier punish, easier to do pressure. So that's what I'm thinking to doing next.
Okay, all right. So I remember you in the other Street Fighter game, the older Street Fighter game, playing Adon. Yeah. But what is it about Necalli that draws you to him?
I always like a character who can attack really fast and really makes you feel powerful. I didn't find a really exactly Adon character in 355 because no character has the air jug kick, and right. Cammy dive kick is really bad. And so I tried Necalli. So it's really fun to have the character like this because you have to build V-trigger. Then after V-trigger, you're so powerful. That's the fun strategy, I feel like. So I like the character.
All right. And overall, with your play today, have you been pretty satisfied?
Yeah, so far it's following my plan, so I'm pretty satisfied.
All right, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Moving on, man.
Thank you.
Keep rocking it.
Yep.
And of course, that Confucian wisdom dropped by Bruce all the way from Taiwan, representing the #1. He is absolutely accurate in saying if your character is not ready for it, you still have to try in a tournament setting or they'll never be ready.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, you really need to put it in that tournament setting so that you can get the experience with it, so that you know what to do in those situations where things are tense and you really need to know exactly which button you want to hit. And that's the kind of experience you need to build in a tournament.
Yeah, it's easy when you're at home in your pajamas, in the comfort of your own living room, playing online, and you feel super godlike and super confident because you're on a 100 win streak until you run into a tool assisted. But when you are on that bright stage of an E-League, that's when it's going to really test your mettle and the might of your sub-character. Well, let's see. Oh, wait.
Wow.
So all of that was a ruse to trick us.
You know, I've been wondering if we were, first of all, going to see Snake Eyes' Zangief here. I mean, he's been sticking with the Kuma all day long, and finally he brings out the Zangief. And, you know, bringing out the Cammy, I think that was specifically against the Balrog matchup. He didn't like the Necalli match for that. So here we go, back to Necalli for this match. Snake Eyes with Zangief.
You know, actually, this isn't any sort of form of deception from Gamerbee because the Cammy versus Zangief matchup has traditionally been difficult, even in Season 1 when Zangief wasn't that strong, and he got even stronger here in Season 2. So it makes sense that he'll stick with his Necalli despite, you know, not being super confident in this matchup.
Oh yeah, Necalli definitely is main. And here we go. A good early lead for Zangief, gets that fierce. And the jump in.
That's very uncharacteristic of Gamerbee to let his opponent fly from the sky. He's one of the best at the anti-air game.
Nice block around the rear reversal too far away.
And again.
Yeah, the jump is into SPDs.
I don't expect that type of thing to happen. You know that he probably had inputted the Dragon Punch motion, but it, for whatever reason, did not come out.
Yeah, very strange.
If he allows Gamerbee, if Gamerbee allows Snake Eyes to jump in like that, it's going to be a quick GG.
And you see the little flex down the stomp from Snake Eyes. A little bit of great built up from him, and the Seismo's going to grab it from him.
Zangief's whole game plan here is to traverse this land minefield and that Necalli is setting up with those Seismos. He's going to approach very cautiously with those low light punches because this is super good hitbox. Very fast move. And Gamerbee, on the other hand, with Necalli, is going to play a keep-away game. Put as many landmines as possible, despite Zangief having some of the highest life in the game. You can see he's already lost about 70% of that, just trying to get in.
Yeah, and Catsup with his own command grab going up just enough. Gamerbee on the board now as well, and fantastic round there. Barely lost any health at all.
Had to burn that extra gauge to make sure he had put Zangief in the grave. Never want any character to have a ability to come back in Street Fighter V, as the tables can turn very quickly. That's going to be, yep, OS. You can't really escape that throw if you jump vertically. Zangief can pursue. There's that anti-air we had talked about that was missing. As he hopped over that Seismo with the knee, only to plant some. Ooh, I love it. And that's that extended hitbox of the Lariat in Season 2. Gonna get that again.
Yeah, Gamerbee in all sorts of trouble. Here's the light SPD. Maximum range on the SPDs with the light one there. And Snake Eyes gonna grab the first game with it.
Very difficult matchup here against Zangief. That sort of covers all the bases for the entire character repertoire for Gamerbee. Either Cammy or Necalli is going to be a poor choice. Perhaps that's what he's thinking right now. Should I go for my surprise pick? But of course, you never want to use your sub character against someone's main, and so he's going to give the thumbs up like on the Facebook page of Snake Eyes and say, let's go into it.
Here we go, right back into game 2. I feel like this is Snake Eyes' Zangief's home court advantage too. I always felt like this is the Russia stage, right?
You can see that Russian bear in the back and that Russian egg on that left side.
Snake Eyes approaching. Big Fierces have been landing for Snake Eyes here. It seems like he gets in that range where he wants to either get that roundhouse or that sweep and just fierce it. And another SPD, what's he gonna do for offense? Oh my goodness.
Gamerbee just reeling back at the surprise at the range of that SPD. Good anti-air there from him as he tries to get out.
Running bear grab!
Running bear grab plants him into the ground.
The EX version, extra special. And just like that, Snake Eyes 1 round away from taking the whole set over Gamerbee.
Their jump out, smelled an SPD coming. Even better judgment from Snake Eyes to not go for the greedy SPD. He's just going to walk his opponent into the corner. It's worked for him thus far. He knows exactly when to use those knees to hop over the Seismo.
They're very patient play from Snake Eyes. Not getting hit by too many ground pounds on his way in here. Uh-oh, got caught with that roundhouse though.
You can see that Gamerbee will oftentimes sacrifice maximum damage from the combo after that crush counter. Just use the disc guidance to push his opponent back and make him walk that trail of death over and over again.
And you can see now, Snake Eyes was getting a little bit too close to Gamerbee. Stop using those ground pounds. Gets to activate the V-trigger here. And a good lead going back to ground pounds. In and out, huge dashes while Necalli is in V-trigger. And there's the anti-air.
Never want to... Ooh, gonna get sucked in here. Heavy ones. He's gonna have advantage after this dash in. Try to jump away. That's gonna be a confirm into the trigger. Knee for their air reset.
And he's back dashing out of there.
No punish, but that's okay. Gamerbee backs off. He knows, he's confident that he can take this last sliver of life from Zangief. Traversing this minefield. Misses on the overhead. That was a cute attempt.
Oh, and the jumping again pays off for Snake Eyes.
I love it. And the reason why... Oh, that's a
critical hard's gonna hit. What a bet.
Would have taken out a blocked attempt as well from the chip damage. Only critical arts can deal that killing blow. So that was a good gamble either way. The correct gamble for Snake Eyes, on the other hand, would have been to jump out of the way, but he went for the EX SPD and died for it.
So here we go. Set point for Snake Eyes still. Necalli with the early lead, but get in here. EX SPD. Advantage, and he jumps right out of it. And Snake Eyes now walking him down, trying to get out of that corner.
Going to build up so many gauges from this Seismo and going to go into his infinite trigger when he feels the time is right, and that's right there. You can see that Gamerbee is only going to anti-air when it makes sense, and it comes down like that. And he uses the EX just to be sure.
And here's his own command grab.
Yeah, only EX has, I think, throw in vulnerability.
Wow, the dive kick. You were
love it.
just talking about how it's not a real dive kick, but there it is to win him the game and tie up the set now.
It's a little difficult for Zangief to pick the correct anti-air option. If Gamerbee jumps in at full length, it could be just a jumping roundhouse, or like you saw there, the dive kick. So he has to be a bit more judicious of when he hits that lariat anti-air.
Yeah, and in that situation, maybe crouching fierce for Zangief would have been better, but Snake Eyes starting off the round just by dash up SPD here.
This is exactly why Zangief needs more tools. We should give him more moves.
Maybe like 3 more. Why not?
Let's give him a Shoryuken command. that goes against Cannon. Capcom, please. Nice hop
Hop me
over.
over again.
Went for the lighter SPD.
Yeah, that jumping medium kick has been
Lariat.
working so much for him.
And the reason why it's not possible for Gamerbee to anti-air all this is because he's being conditioned by Snake Eyes to walk back. And when you're walking back, it's much more difficult to hit that SPD because you have to pull your joystick all the way from back to the forward motion. So you can land, again, in a practice setting. Of course, you're going to hit all these anti-airs just like that. But when you're walking back and forth, oh, that's going to get punished. No, it doesn't.
Oh my goodness.
Nice up body and
Instant
the fuzzy
overhead.
guard jumping back, light attack for that big hitbox of Zangief.
And just like that, Gamerbee was way behind, but now it's set point in his favor. Now fishing with those crouching medium punches. We haven't seen that from him all set as well.
Great zoning here from Gamerbee. Those low medium punches forcing Snake Eyes to approach from the sky. That pays off wonderfully for him there.
Get in here, girl.
Sequence. And a stun, and he's gonna get a huge combo off this. And
Yeah,
one
nice
more
lead.
setup into the corner. Good throw break. Yeah. So
Off the throw break?
the throw break in the corner pushes Zangief back only because there's no real estate for Necalli to go in the corner, and that's just the perfect range for the light SPD.
Right. There you go. Option select, throw select, option tech, throw select. I'll get it right one day. But here we go, final round of the set between
That's a
Snake Eyes
little
and Gamerbee.
A little too far on that side. Want to dash up, but a little too slow. There's 5 frames on the SPD for this setup. Not fast enough to catch Gamerbee off guard. That's a clean jump in over the sides. We're going to get punished. Nothing there, and again, the anti-air is just not coming up. Will he jump up? Yes, he tried to. Ooh.
And again, this time he gets jumping into critical art.
Confirm. Planting him into the ground.
He's
More
living.
trees.
Wow, and Gamerbee woke up.
What?
How did that hit? It wasn't even a counter hit. Maybe he didn't know he was dead. His eyes were closed, hands off the controller. I don't know.
Oh, and what a wonderful match. And again, these are so critical when everyone is tied head-to-head, 2-1. So Snake Eyes moves on 3-1. And Gamerbee, unfortunately, tied up a piece at 2 victories and 2 losses.